Yeah, welcome back to the class. You can see my
Now,
slide, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we are going to unit number two.
Yes.
Unit number two is all about group behavior. Okay, so individual behavior is different and group behavior is different. So we are now trying to talk about what is meant by a group behavior. Okay, so we got bits and pieces of titles in the second unit, but this is actually the real outcome of what is meant by a group formation and development. This is the model. Okay, see now when people are alone, like when I am individually, I'm sitting. So I exhibit a certain sort of behavior. Okay, so individual behavior as such is different, and behavior when you are in a group is something different. Particularly when you are in a formal group, the behavior differs, and when you are in an informal group, the behavior differs. Okay, so we need to understand what is meant by group behavior. Okay, so in industrial psychology, we are concerned more about group behavior because we work in a group. You got my point, guys? So we have actually a saying, individually everyone is good, but when it comes to group, there is a question mark. Okay, individually if we talk to anyone, like they be actually they have a different version, but when you put them together, you unite them together, what happens is many positive things also can happen and as well as negative things also can happen. But as far as an organization is concerned, we cannot permit any negative things. We have to permit or look at the positive formation of groups, which means that a synergy has to be created when people are into groups. Okay. Now, what are types of groups? We classify that into two. One is formal, another one is informal. So, in formal groups, we need to have three things. We are having three things. One is command. So, we spoke about unity of command in the first year itself. Unity of command, span of command. Okay, so that command is there, and then a task is involved, and then a team is involved. Okay, the commonality between people in one particular place is the command, task, and the team. So people, those who are doing the same task, will form a group. People, those who belong to a same section or a department, will form a group, which means that everyone will be reporting to a same person. Okay, so that's why they form as a group. Okay, so team is like everyone will be interdependent. Okay, so that is why they are as a team. So things cannot be done individually, it has to be done by group of people. That's why we form of teams. So therefore there are informal groups also. One is interest group, a common interest, and you've got friendship group, yeah, by neighbors, by your what you've got, your neighbors can be your friends, then your classmates can be your friends, then somebody in the social media can be your friends, and based on common interest also you got friends. You go to a church, so people those who come to that particular church may be friends. Okay, so we have got two different types of groups. And why should first of all we form up groups? Why are people forming up groups? We are all social animals actually. Even animals have got groups. Likewise, we are all getting into groups. The reason for having group is like we need to have a security. So to fulfill your security need, to have a satisfaction, to fulfill your social need, to fulfill your esteem needs, to fulfill proximity and attraction, to fulfill group goals for economic reasons, groups have been set up. Okay, business cannot run alone. Okay, we always say it is teamwork when we play as a team. Okay, even in any game they will say it is because of the team. We got a good team, that's why we are able to come out with good results. Then there are some stages of group development. So groups like how you have product life cycle. We have got stages of group development also. So it has got 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Okay, 5 stages are there. Then what are the characteristics of groups? The group has got some composition. Okay, composition means all are girls, all are boys, all are youngsters, all are cricket fans. Okay, like that. It has got a composition of people. It has got a status hierarchy. In groups also, we have got some status hierarchy. Then each one has got their own roles. Roles are there. Some norms they will have. A group will always have a norm. Then we got some leader. If it is a formal group, we got a formal person called as a manager. If it is an informal group, we got a leader. Okay, and group will have a cohesiveness, a bindingness it will have. What is going to happen out of group? Why should we first of all form a group? What is that we are trying to get out of a group? The first thing is performance. That's why we always tell you, even if you're friends, what should happen is your performance should increase because of your relationship with your friend. So performance should increase, then satisfaction should increase, then there should be development of the entire person in the group. Okay, the group should grow as well as the individual also should grow. Okay, these are the end results expected. So all these things only are put in bits and pieces in your unit 2. Okay, unit 2 in your I will show that also. In your unit 2, you got individual and group behavior in workplace. So the content of that is, it talks about attitude. Yesterday what we were concentrating on is attitude, and then behavior. Then it talks about motivation, job satisfaction. So I
Ma'am,
told you
PPT is not visible, ma'am.
PPT is not visible. What is visible then?
Blank, ma'am. Black, ma'am. Ah, yes, ma'am. Now it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. See, now in the second unit, you have got motivation and job satisfaction. Then we have got something about leadership. We will study about OCB, organizational citizenship behavior, morale, ethics. Then we'll study about emotional intelligence, and then secured and unsecured feelings of an employees. So for this, you need to know about the group behavior. You got the point, guys? So here, leadership, job satisfaction, okay, all these things you have to understand as a whole. So this is actually the model of group behavior. Have you taken it up, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
You've done it, right? Okay. So this is the definition for what is formal group and informal group. First of all, what is a group? See, you should have 2 or more people. Only then you can call that as a group. And group has to be formed to achieve a particular objective. Okay. Formal group is defined by an organizational structure. You should have a structure for it. And if it doesn't have a structure, it has got a social contact, then it is informal group. Okay, then there are different types of groups also. Command group is there, task group, interest group, and then your friendship group. See, in command group, it is because of the individuals. As I've told you, we report together to a given manager. Then task group, you work together to do a similar task. Interest group actually is an informal group where you got a specific objective, or you got a specific interest upon it. Then friendship group, because you share common interest or common characteristics, people of the same age group, people of the same area. So the explanation for this, why people actually join groups: for having a security, for having a status, self-esteem, affiliation, power, and goal achievement, we join groups. This is the reason for joining in union. Okay, so we join in unions. This is the name for union. The basics of all the concepts which we have in industry is the psychological perspective. We join groups to have a power status, to have an affiliation. We affiliate ourselves to a particular union. Unions. There are different types of unions in an organization. Many unions will be have got a political base also. Okay, that's the reason why we join union. Each and everything you can note down. See, when the second part of your unit 2 talks about why people are joining union. Okay, so you have to write this. Okay, take it down. Security, status, self-esteem, affiliation, power, and goal achievement. See, even if I tap you up and sleep and ask you what is meant by self-esteem, you need to say or you need to use the words given here. This is very, very simple type of PPT adapted from Parentis Hall. It is actually, it gives you simple explanation. What is affiliation? Groups can fulfill social needs. Then power, what cannot be achieved individually, often becomes possible through group action. That is what is called as power. We always say that, no, power of students. Students united together. United we stand, divided we fall. So all these are coming from this particular thing only. So security comes in when you join a group. You feel that you're not standing alone. It is not for me. Everyone is there. Okay. Are you writing it down one by one, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
do that. Finished? Have you finished?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Right. While writing itself, study, please. See, industrial psychology is actually a simple subject. Okay. Old wine in a new bottle. But you need to correlate now, apply now. What is that you have studied should be applied now. Okay. See, when you are going and working in an organization, people are now forming a union. When you join an organization itself, you need to first ask, is it union based organization or non-union organization? Nowadays, after the fall of communism, okay, after the fall of communism in Soviet Russia, this union concept has actually broken. After LPG, okay, after liberalization, privatization, and globalization, many takeovers, many merger, acquisition, all happened. Okay, because of that, when they acquire a company, they come and say the first thing is to scrap the union. We don't want union. Instead of union, we can reform it as employee welfare society. So they formulate as an employee welfare society that becomes a formal group, and whatever need you have got, you can tell it in that particular group. So instead of putting it in a negative way, where agency transaction cost theory falls into place. In agency transaction cost theory, it says that employer is one entity and employee is one entity. What happens is this will have its own self-centered intention and employees will have their own interest. So both of them will fight and both of them will try to achieve more from their side, their point of view. They treat each others as their opponent party. That is what agency transaction cost theory says. This is the base for union and the employer relationship. But then now, if it is not there, we should have a relationship management. But here, the relationship management is participative in style. They understand that my employees are my strength, my employees are my asset. I have to take care of the welfare of my employees. So when that is the situation, they ask them to form themselves into committees, into councils, and give them a forum to raise their voice. Okay, to vent out their expectation. Okay, so they have got a procedure to vent out their expectation, and then they will have an open door policy. Okay, in industrial relations, what happens is you will have a closed door. You cannot go and tap the top management and ask them any queries. But if this it has been scrapped and you got different types of relationship management, then it is an open door policy. You can just like that go and vent out your requirement to them. Okay, then you can make it done. So open door policy, there what happens is you can have access to mail, you can have access to their mobile number, you can have access to them physically also, you can go and tell. So it is an open door policy. When you got open door policy, then there is no union at all. That is what you have to keep in mind. There we don't give any venture for a joint representation. Okay, joint representation sometimes goes wrong because there will be differences. Because of 1 or 2 person's inability, they may form groups and they wanted to raise it as a voice. So that may also be possible. So you should be very smart enough when you get into an organization to find out if it is a union based organization or it is a non-union based organization. If it is more of non-union based organization, then see, if it is union based, you have to concentrate on labor relations. You have to concentrate on labor law. But if it is non-union organization, you need to concentrate on the other things. But with the welfare, the participative management style, you have to concentrate. We have got quality circles in our college. We have in our university. We have got class council meeting. There you can go and say, this is what I want, or this is what I don't want. You got an open forum. The WhatsApp group is a participative management style. You got a class mail ID. Okay, so you can actually come out with, vent out what is that your needs, and it is actually give and take. It is not like only one side. You have to fulfill. First of all, when you raise a query, you have to actually fulfill what is the expectation from the other end also. If you are not fulfilling the expectation from the other end and you are raising your voice, then that's not going to work out at all. Okay, so when you go into an organization, you should have that negotiation skills to make them to understand, realize what is the voice they are trying to raise out just because they are in groups. Okay, so human psychology is they will always try to form up groups. So if not an union, then they will be given committees, councils. Okay, memberships they will be given. See, in our organization we have got club. Club is an informal group. The club is an informal group formed for like-minded people who have supposing if it is ED club, like-minded people, those who have got inclination towards becoming an entrepreneur, you can join together and you can work. It is a forum, like you can work collectively. Dance club, music club, and all these things are there. Instead of being only in the classroom, you can get attached yourself to the other informal groups and you can showcase your talent properly. Okay, so there are many venues where you can go and stand and prove yourself, because as I've told you, man is a social animal, so he wants to join in groups. So that group should be a constructive group which makes you to perform to the next level. It is not that the group is there to safeguard yourself and you can hide yourself behind the screen. It's not like that. Supposing you're raising your voice against certain things, 11 of you are there in the class. Actually, last time when one voice was raised for an issue, I got a common mail. But the findings was only 2-3 people had the problem. All the others have done it already. Okay, but you cannot represent it as a group voice until otherwise there is a commonality. Okay, you can actually diffuse it. Such sort of representations can be diffused. For that, you need to have a good negotiation skill and you should know to deal people in a group as well as individuals. Okay, so when you become the manager, now you are on the other side, and another couple of months you will come to this side. So how do you deal groups? Why people are joining groups? So if you quench the thirst, supposing an individual's thirst for joining a group is they would like to have a goal achievement. So if you straight away give them a venture to achieve their goals, they are not going to attach themselves towards the group. Okay, they feel the self-esteem by being an individual itself. Okay, and you give them a security, you give them a status, you actually give them a worth. Okay, you appraise them. Okay, then you fulfill their other needs, you give them space for something else what they want. Okay, so they will have some needs, they will have some wants. If you could fulfill all these things to individuals, they will not go and sit in the group and they will represent forming up strikes and carrows. Okay, so this has to be taken care in a very positive way, understanding the psychology of people. Got my point, guys? You understand the idea of talking about what is meant by group, why people are joining group, and why are we first of all studying group behavior? Okay, see why people form groups. It has been classified into 3: social needs, security needs, and esteem needs. This is the basis which has come from the motivation. Okay, in your unit it is given motivation. So motivation, actually we have got different theories. Okay, all different theories will talk about this only. ERG talks about this. Okay, X and Y theory talks about this. All theories talks about the need, and it you get satisfied and you get motivated to work towards your organization. Okay. See, when you achieve group goals, what happens? What is the economic benefit out of it? You get an economic benefit also by joining a group, and this comes after the follow up of the achievement of group goals. So, groups form because people believe that they can derive greater economic benefits only when they are in a commonality. Okay, now coming to the development of a group. Forming stage. Forming stage is it is the initial stage. Okay, initial stage, and it is actually characterized by many uncertainty. We don't know why first of all we came into that group, and all these things will be there. Some confusions will be there during the forming stage. Storming stage, actually storm. The name itself implies there will be some conflict. One will say this, one will say no, one will say we will give group mail we can send. The other one will say no, no, don't do like that. One will say we will do this, we will do that. So you yourself will have a conflict. Okay, so it will have some intra-group conflict. Then norming stage. The third stage, it is the development. Now you are formed, and then you got closely knit relationship. You understand each other. Okay, some cohesiveness. Cohesiveness means binding will happen amongst people inside the group. Okay. after that, after that, so now you formed a group, then all the confusions happened, then you settle down with the confusion. Now you have to perform. This is how what we do is we are there only in the three stage and we leave. The fourth stage is the performing stage. You have the group should function properly and you have to perform. It should become functional. See now, out of all the four classes in the entire MBA integrated program, your class is the best because there is no defaulter in fees payment. Attendance wise, you're very good, 95 plus attendance, and then no much of arrear students, no problem at all. Okay, so which means that you become matured, you understood the entire gamut, and you are into the progressing stage. You are performing, you are exhibiting whatever you have learned, and you are showing some behavioral changes. That is what is called as the performing stage. Then adjourning stage, the final stage is group development for temporary groups. They are characterized by concern with wrapping up. So once you finish your fifth year, then what happens is you actually wrap it up. The common activities is going to stop, and then you go in for the next level of development. So now you just like that, you can go through all these things. These are extra fitting only. By the time I present this, you should be thorough with it. Again, you should not go and study. Okay, guys?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Are you able to see storming stage?
Yes, ma'am.
Sharon, why did you leave the
Ma'am.
meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just write 1 minute. Have you finished this norming stage? Did you finish? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Norming you finished, huh?
Ma'am.
Norming. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Performing. See guys, you have to use all these things for the content. Okay, see, PG level, I will not be teaching you straight away like your 8th standard, 9th standard history geography notebook. You will have straightforward action. You will go and mark from this paragraph to this paragraph. I'm writing for this. It's not so. Okay, your the reason for taking notes is you have to use this content for job satisfaction. You have to use this content for union. Okay, you have to use this content for performance appraisal. All these things content you have to use it from this only. Got my point, guys? You have to talk about the attitude also. Attitude showing is also coming from here only. Okay, we show some different attitude. Individually, we show different attitude. When you are in a group, you show some different attitude. Okay, so that has to be projected when there is a question. You have to use this content. Groups should ultimately be used for a synergy purpose. Okay, this particular stage is very important. A group should be created to reduce risk. Okay, to reduce the error percentage, to resolve conflict, to motivate each other. Okay, so to give hand to other person. So that is why we always have in ICT also we got buddy group learning. What is buddy group learning? Group studies. So I have finished this, I have finished that. So immediately when there is an assignment or something like that, immediately you go and talk to others. You find out whether that particular when that one person is performing, you also will do it. Oh, this she has performed, he has performed. So you got a constructive competition amongst yourself. So that should be there in the group. Okay. This is the last stage. Okay, now we are to the dissolving part of the group. See, after once you finish your PG, of course you will be in touch with each other, but you will not be having that performing together and all these concepts cannot happen because you are no more into that formal group. You will become an informal group then afterwards. Okay. So some become in this particular stage. When you finish your PG program, some of them will cry, some of them will be very happy, some of them will be confident that you're going to still continue the friendship. Okay, so many mixed sort of feelings would happen during this adjourning stage. And use this diagram also. You remember your first year, full of conflict. You remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Anti daddy. We used to be very cool. Why? 17, 18 years, we are seeing the same students. Okay, so what you will do there, you'll have lots and lots of conflict. Emotionally, you will be in an intense stage. Okay, so when you grow up, then you become something different. So now you are in the performing stage, fully functional. I think you're done with this. Have you done, guys?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Done now.
See, this pictorial representation talks about what that thing is actually talking to you about. Okay. Pre-stage. Look at the pre-stage. Tantaniya irkeenga each and every one. you come to one important entity. Okay, stage 1 forming, stage 2 forming. This is what is called as mind mapping. Stormingல பாரு, one oppositeல போவோம். So imagine this stage 2 storming. எல்லாம் ஒரு group form பண்ணுவீங்க. ஒரு ஆள் ஒரு நடுவுல a pivotal point will be there and everyone will focus to that point. Okay, then in norming phase you will actually settle down. Complete control, one control will be there. Unity of command will start. Performing, see performing, everyone will complement to each other. Okay, here it is actually more of centralized, there it is actually more of synergy, binding together. Okay, stage 5, adjourning. Oh, one is loosely packed, another one is tightly packed. Shall we move on to the next one? There is an equilibrium model also given by some other author. So what happens is at the halfway point, they experience an increase in productivity. When they form together, the midway point, there will be increase in productivity. So when people come into the organization, you have to give them proper orientation. That's the reason why we orient them properly and put like-minded people into the same group. If even a small drop of poison comes into the group, it will spoil the entire group. You should be very, very clear about that. The formation வந்து விட மாட்டாங்க அவங்க. இந்த மாதிரி formation நடக்குது இல்ல, that they will never allow to happen. Okay, they will always create conflict. இந்த ஒன்லயே இருக்கும் actually. In this stage itself it will be the stage 1 formingலயே இருக்கும், இல்ல stage 2 stormingலயே இருக்கும். And the forming என்றது வராது. Oh, we are together, we are this, but we belong to this particular class. நம்மெல்லாம் ஒண்ணு அப்படின்ற அந்த கான்செப்டே வராது. They will keep on disturbing. If such negative element is there, you have to diffuse that element. Okay, in corporates, they will be merciless and ruthless. They are giving money to you to work. If there is some element, they will try to counsel, they will try to coach, they will do everything. அங்க parent கூப்பிட்டெல்லாம் பேச மாட்டாங்க. Okay, உன்கிட்டயே தான் பேசுவாங்க. If they are not going to actually come out, then they will take actions. So this is another model. In phase 1, first they meet, then there will be a transition. Okay, or a transition phase nadakum, then completion phase they will settle down and they'll go to the next level. Look at the y-axis, guys. Y-axis la the performance has to increase. That's main. உள்ள வரும்போது எப்படி இருந்தீங்க, before the formation of group நீங்க எப்படி இருந்தீங்க, completionல எப்படி இருக்கீங்க. So I will give you only one clue for today. In whatever group you are, informal or formal or whatever it is, you are in a group, let it be even a social media. Okay, you have to see what is your performance or what is the change in your behavior. Are you actually coming out to the different level? See, I had my own inhibitions, now I am out of all those inhibitions, my confidence level has increased. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு positive trait வந்து increase ஆச்சுனா, then you can say that particular group is a good group to stay back. Otherwise, it is not at all a group where you can stay back. What are the properties of a group? A group will have some roles, a group will have norms, status, size, cohesiveness. இங்க தான் வந்து groupல you'll be having values, beliefs, அதெல்லாம் கூட இதுக்குள்ள வந்துரும். நீ ஆட் பண்ணிக்கோ. The unique set of practices they have got inside that particular thing is called as culture and climate also. Okay, prevailing amongst that organization. So what is your role? A set of expected behavior. You got a role identity, role perception is there. See here, you in when you are in a group, you should have a psychological contract. It is this is what you call it as sense of belongingness or word irukkum. Sense of belongingness. Organizational citizenship behavior. Idella comes from the psychology. Have you heard this word organizational citizenship behavior? Citizen means whom? My dear students.
Ma'am,
Citizen is
citizen
a
of
person
particular
who
country,
is very patriotic
like people.
towards the country, isn't it? So many patriotic movies we have seen. We have studied about patriotism. So many of them have died for patriotism. Even now they are dying, isn't it? Border safekeeping forces there. People are joining military. If you take North India, there are one full village where the father, the brother, the son, everyone will go and they will stand in the war front. Fully, there will be military cara family. They will say. So everyone will go. Everyone will be there in the war front, full of patriotism. For what purpose? They know that there is no warranty or guarantee that they will come back to home. But still, they will actually depute a person from their house to the country. That is what is called as patriotism. It is not self-centered. They will have a common objective. My country should be safe. I am devoting one of my son or my brother to the country. So they will go and take care of the country so that we sit inside and we are free now. We sleep, we have a sound sleep because of people standing in the border safeguarding us, isn't it? There are many tangible and intangible people safeguarding our country. Patriotic they are. Okay, citizen, because just because they are citizen, nothing more than that. I have born in this particular country. I love my country as I love my mother. So I have to show my patriotism towards it. This is what is called as actually sense of belongingness. So when you go to an organization, before selecting an organization, you can have 1,000 doubts, 20,000 doubts, 30,000 doubts, million doubts also you can have because it is your choice. Okay, so you can have doubts, but after you join somewhere, you have to exhibit a behavior where you should be patriotic towards it. That is why the nomenclature has changed from involvement, commitment, loyalty. These words are gone now. What is the word being used? Citizenship. Organizational citizenship behavior. Here, patriotism should come. You should die for that particular organization. To that level, you should have a psychological contract. அப்பதான் நீ பிஹேவியரை வந்து எக்ஸிபிட் பண்ண முடியும், பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண முடியும், கம்பெனி நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு கொண்டு போக முடியும். பிகாஸ் டு தட் லெவல் தேர் இஸ் டஃப் காம்படிஷன் ப்ரிவைலிங். அதை விட்டுட்டு யூ டோன்ட் லைக் த கம்பெனி just because you didn't get any other job, you have gone there with so much of ill feeling. If you go and sit there with all that negative, dirty, filthy things in your mind, you go and sit there, how can you perform? You can never perform. Once you feel that you are not okay with that particular place, you have to quit. Okay, but now see, if you are in a family, your family members, they may not be saints, they are also normal human being, but if they do something, we adjust to that. Why? Because I have born into that particular family. I didn't have choice to be born somewhere else. God has made me to be there with that particular family, so I am loyal to that particular family. It comes by nature. And you are born in a country. Your citizenship comes just because of your birth. So you are loyal to that. You become patriotic to it. So you may have some leaders who are very good. You may have some fools as the leaders. Or come what may. It is my country, so I am safeguarding it. The same concept you have to apply to the organization where you are supposed to work. First of all, you have to apply it. Only then you can make others to do that. You have to mesmerize them. You have to hypnotize them. to bring in a psychological contract. Until otherwise, they have got a psychological binding towards the organization, nothing will fulfill their need. நீ எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துட்டே இருந்தாலும் அவன் குறை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டே இருப்பான். நீ எவ்வளோ பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தாலும் ஒன்று முடிக்கிறதுக்குள்ள அடுத்தது ஒன்று ஆரம்பிப்பான். Until otherwise you got a psychological contract or a psychological binding, nothing can be done or nothing can be achieved as a group. So when you are in a group, you have to have like-minded people, and you should set them up in a very good way. Okay, so all your training also will concentrate like that only. All the training what you actually organize for your people will be more of in the behavioral perspective, particularly will be involved in inculcating the psychological contract or the psychological bindingness. You got the point, guys? That is why we got the term OCB. So OCB is the new mantra. Job involvement, see, today I am giving you a second title. Yesterday I gave you one title for your project, right? Personality traits. Second title what I am giving you today is OCB. So one of you can take that title and you can do organizational citizenship behavior. So norms means standard of behavior. Okay, norms. See here, norms, beliefs, values. Okay, norms are standards. Value is the belief. Belief is a set of things what you understand. This is what is there meant for my organization. Okay, acceptable standard of behavior is the norms what you have got for that particular organization. Now you can take it down. Performance norms, appearance norms, social arrangement norms. See, if you are not able to follow something, just ask me to stop and then I will explain you again. Okay, I'm going to share you one thing. See, guys, I'm posting one link in your WhatsApp group. I'm posting one link in your WhatsApp group. This is actually a link for Johari window. This is the guys, actually I posted a link to your group. Okay, so in this particular link, actually it is an online platform which determines the personality of individuals. Okay, so what we think about ourselves and what other things about us. So two things can be mapped by 4 quadrants of a Johari window. Okay, so now what you should do is, it is very easy to play. So what you should do is include me also in the group. So I have actually done it for me. So what you do is you get into the link and then you start posting about others. Okay, so now all 11 of you will be doing it for me. Okay, then you each one of you start yours. Okay, you go to kevan.org, kevan.org, and you start filling about yourself first. Then put your name and share the link to others. When you share the link to others, they will come and post about you. So you can understand about what is that you know about you and what others are knowing about you. By this, we can find out the dominating personality traits inherited amongst yourself. You can use this with your family, with your friends also, with the same link. We have got only 11 people, no? Including yourself, it becomes 12. You can use it with more number of people, with your friends. The same link, you can use it with your friends. You can use it with your neighbors. So those who know about you, you can ask them. Your teachers also, you can ask them to mark about you. So with that, you will have some dominating triads. Replica triads will be there. This much percentage, you are so and so. You are bold. Supposing if anyone, always I put I am bold. Okay, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I always use the word bold. Okay, so how many of them are telling that you are bold? That percentage you can find out. The dominating triad could be found out from that Kevan window. Okay, this is very beautiful online test which determines the personality of individual. The simplest test also, and you can find out each word. Each word is a personality triad. Okay, now start doing it. I think you are enabled to post it in the group itself, isn't it? Your group is enabled for you to share your message, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, then what you do is link, you can post it here. So next, if you want to take a break, you can take 10 minutes break, and then you have to finish this. Whatever I am telling you daily in the class as assignment, you're supposed to keep it ready. Okay, what was the last class assignment? What was the last class assignment? Come on, my dear students. Hello. What was yesterday's assignments?
Ma'am, the triads about.
Line diagram.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
line diagram, I think all of you should have completed. Okay, I'll actually open up a Google Classroom. You post it in that. Okay, all that
Okay,
will be in
ma'am.
the database.
Okay.
Okay, keep it ready.
Okay.
Keep everything ready. You have to post it. Otherwise, you can post it in the mail, group mail ID also. You can keep on posting it. You have to do it. You are not small kids. I don't think that I'll keep on being at the back of you asking you to do it again and again. You are all
Yes,
matured.
ma'am. It's completed, ma'am.
Yeah, if you have completed, you have to post it in
Ma'am,
the group mail ID. Yeah.
ma'am, I have to do for 11 students, or whom should I do, ma'am? The Johari window.
Johari window, do it for all 12.
All 12, including
Including
you.
you, 12 man.
Okay, 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 ma'am.
You have to include me also.
Okay, ma'am.
It's very simple. 10 minutes, you can finish it off. And that
Okay, ma'am.
Johari window final printout, you have to take it. You can capture it and you have to post it to me.
Okay, ma'am.
It'll be quite interesting. Very interesting. Okay, keep doing. I'm there online, right? Post it in the group so that others also will put. I will also post it in the WhatsApp group. Got my point? Otherwise, you can post it in the chat box also. You can post in the chat box and you can click the link and you can go and do it also. If you don't want to post in the group, do it in the chat box. That will be better, I believe. What guys? Where have you put the link, ma? Are you doing it? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Doing it, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I have got all you. What is that you have done? So I will actually see. There are 4 quadrants, right? See, in 4 quadrants, there is something called fate here, not known to others. Okay, what I imagine about myself, but it is not known to others, is able and dignified. Okay, and then known to others and known to self. What are the commonalities? The first one is bold. So many of you have acknowledged that bold, helpful, religious, and sympathetic. In that bold is there. It's a dominating triad, common triad between these two. Then unknown, actually you've got so many unknown is there. Either I not known to others and not known to me also. There is some blind spot where see, confident, friendly, knowledgeable. These are the triads which has been dominated, not known to self, and but it is known to others. Okay, so that is the blind spot. So you have to withhold whatever dominating triad you have got, and then you should try to increase other triads also. Okay, so this is the combination of what you are. I hope you enjoyed the class. See you next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.